123 Postcards, the best direct response program on the planet for the lowest price available. At last, there's a way to increase your revenue by at least 2 to 4 times your investment every month without sucking up your valuable time, and you'll be able to see your results 24/7 and exactly what you're making. National statistics show that the average new patient is worth $750 to $1,250 within the first 6 months, an average of $1,000 for each patient. With 123 Postcards, you can expect 12 to 20 plus new patients each month. That's a minimum of $12,000 to $20,000 in revenue added to your practice every month. Annually, that's $144,000 to just under $250,000 every year. If you think this could be valuable to your practice, please continue watching. Let's talk about the real difference between 123 Postcards and anyone else. While we have no actual competitors, those that call themselves such typically give you a design template where you can fill in a few pieces of information about your practice. Then they print you a postcard and drop it in the mail. You're left crossing your fingers hoping for the best. Without understanding the whole process, you just can't begin to appreciate how much has been left to chance. It's like being led to the edge of a cliff, then having to walk a tightrope while blindfolded across a chasm in order to lead new patients over to your practice. Contrast that with 123 Postcards, which is comparable to having a suspension bridge spanning that chasm, safely shuttling new patients to your front door. Nothing is left to chance. Our proven system ensures the success of hundreds of practices across the country, month after month, with a 99.1% success rate and over 95.7% of our practices returning 2 to 4 times their money or more every month. Our program incorporates all the elements needed to make sure you and your new patients get safely across the chasm. It all starts with design. Most competitors design postcards for all kinds of businesses, from the dry cleaner to the local pizza joint. 123 Postcards works exclusively with dental professionals and provides you with the insights derived from having mailed millions of postcards across the country. Your design can be completely customized to the needs of your practice as opposed to having to conform to a basic template. You end up with a postcard you're happy with that reflects your practice accurately and incorporates the elements we have proven successful. The result is a rock-solid anchor to start with. Printing. In contrast to flimsy paper, black and white print with mediocre quality that diminishes your practice's image, your 123 Postcard comes standard, printed in full color, both sides, on high-quality cardstock with a professional, glossy finish. We make sure your practice is represented professionally from the get-go. Mailing. Instead of just targeting zip codes or predefined regions, 123 Postcards determines with you your specific market area. We base it on the demographics of your ideal patient to help ensure that your practice gets the kind of patients you're looking for. We also provide you with the monthly mailing schedule that effectively penetrates your market area and allows you to gather the optimum number of new patients without oversaturation. Plus, it provides a more consistent response while maximizing your profitability. Monday delivery. Other postcard companies give the Postal Service far too much credit. They drop your postcards in the mail and leave it at that, telling you they will hit home somewhere around 5 to 21 days or more. The problem is the response of your postcard mailing is impacted dramatically based on what day of the week it arrives in homes. Because of that, we go the extra mile to deliver your postcards directly to your local post office, so they are targeted to be in homes on a predetermined specific date, arriving as close to Monday as possible. Our extra effort helps assure that they are in homes early in the week and significantly increases your response. Tracking. In addition to ambiguous delivery dates, our competitors have no idea if your mailing actually reached the prospects. The post office is famous for losing mail, which is why we track every single piece of your postcard mailing, from the time we have it certified and delivered to your local post office until it's placed in the bag of the actual carrier who delivers it to the home. We track it every step of the way. You know that your postcards were delivered. Call scoring. Every batch of postcards has a unique local phone number that goes directly to your office where it is recorded. Our team then reviews and analyzes the recordings. Each call is scored based on 37 criteria that are proven to enhance the conversion of callers into actual patients. Call training. We have found with practices all across the country, one of the most significant factors for success is the effectiveness with which calls are turned into scheduled appointments. We give your staff the practical methods proven most effective by hundreds of practices nationwide dramatically increasing the number of calls that result in new patient appointments. This not only enhances the results you'll see from 123 Postcards, but will have far-reaching benefits to your overall practice. Response guarantee. We are the only people anywhere that guarantee your mailing. If you don't receive a response, we will mail it again for free. The post office sometimes loses mail. In fact, they admit that 1.5% of the mail gets lost, and some sources say it's as high as 5%. That's a bare minimum of 153,750,000 pieces of mail lost every month. What if that included your postcards? If you don't get calls within the first several weeks, we will replace it for free. Daily call reports. Every day you'll receive a detailed list of the prior day's calls. This allows you to see all the details and even listen to the calls if you like. You will always know exactly what benefits you are receiving. No long-term contracts. Since our pricing is lower than anyone else, our competitors often try to compete by selling you on a long-term agreement, encouraging you to print a huge supply of postcards and mail them over a schedule for 6 to 12 months. We think that's a really bad idea. If you don't get the response you're hoping for, you're stuck. We give you the best price and complete flexibility to make adjustments to your card design anytime you like, while requiring no long-term commitments. Staff coaching. Our system reviews and scores your calls using the 37 criteria proven most effective. Based on your practice's results, we are able to coach your staff to hone their skills, converting more calls into new patients. Exclusivity. Do your advertising partners promote your competition? Surprisingly, most do. If you hired a lawyer, you would never stand for him to represent the person you're suing. That would be a gross conflict of interest. But in advertising, it's done every day. A good partner would never promote another practice in your market at the same time. Our goal is to become your long-term marketing partner. In order to do that, we know that we must be able to produce new patients for your practice each and every month. So we don't believe it makes any sense to split that benefit with another practice. As part of our commitment to your practice, we give you exclusivity of your market area. In other words, as long as you are regularly mailing, we will not mail to the same homes for any other practices. We want you to receive all the benefit available in your market area and are 100% committed to helping you, and only you, do just that. Performance analytics. You'll know every detail of every mailing. Number of calls, what happened on each call, how many appointments were scheduled, projected return on investment, etc., etc. You have access to all the vital information 24/7, as well as receiving daily, weekly, and monthly reports. Instant missed call alerts. The average practice misses about a third of their calls between being busy, at lunch, or after hours. 123 Postcards puts a safety net in place to catch these missed calls and alert you via email the second they hang up. You are able to call back these hot new leads immediately and turn them into profitable new patients. Pricing. We have the very best direct mail program for the lowest price on the planet. Unlike other companies, we don't give you an enticing base price and then hike it up by nickel and diming you to death with extra fees and costs. For about a dime less than a postage stamp, you not only get design, printing, and mailing like every other company offers, but all the additional services and value we've outlined. Our all-inclusive program ensures that you get not only the best price, but the best value and the best result. You don't want to be left hanging at the edge of the cliff not knowing what benefits you've actually received, or when or even if your postcards have been delivered. With 123 Postcards, nothing is left to chance. You always know what benefits you are receiving, how many new appointments you have, what your closing ratios are, and dollar for dollar what your postcards are returning to your practice. In addition, you're not losing opportunities due to missed calls. Your staff has the support, tips, and techniques proven to turn more prospects into new patients. You will have all the elements you need to give you every opportunity for success, and for even less than what competitors charge just to leave you hanging. Here's what your colleagues have to say about 123 Postcards. I have been using 123 Postcards for my direct mail marketing campaign since October 2010. They are by far the best deal out there for direct mail. They offer more services and lower fees than any other company I came across. The call tracking has been very helpful to see if the mailers are effective. Everyone I have dealt with from the company have been very accommodating and helpful. I feel like I'm in full control of any detail I want, from mailing targets to design. Since we started with consistent direct mail, we have not had one of those months where business drops off. For anyone considering direct mail, 123 Postcards is a no-brainer. Steve Fossum, DDS, Texas. You'll find, as I did, that 123 Postcards is your best choice to add patients to your practice. You will know exactly what you got for what you spent. They even help my staff turn more of our calls into new patients and continue to coach them from month to month. Their system works like clockwork, month after month, and doesn't take my time. Glenn Stevenson, DDS, Idaho. Using 123 Postcards for your direct mail campaign is the obvious choice. You get the entire package of design, mailing list, tracking, and postcard delivery for far less than what the other guys are charging. Plus, they're great to deal with and will help you with whatever questions you may have. I'd highly recommend them to anyone who wants to bring in more new patients without going broke in the process. Jeremy Moore, DDS, Louisiana. As you can see, no other company out there can compete with 123 Postcards. Not with price, not with services, not with results. There is no better value. If you are ready to get serious about adding new patients to your practice, you owe it to yourself to try 123 Postcards. Talk to one of our account executives immediately to experience the next level of professional marketing.